journey towards a successful startup can be an adventure of a lifetime, packed with fun, excitement, and challenging adventures all at the same time. And while there is no straightforward formula for guaranteeing success, there is a certain mindset or set of key principles which, if adopted, can really help you blaze a trail of success. The first principle is the principle of following your passion. Having good ideas is important, but it's far more important to simply be passionate about the work itself and the journey. You want to find a team of passionate people and surround yourself with people who have the outstanding levels of drive and commitment. Ideas matter, and if this is an idea which really inspires you and others around you, it's an idea that is far more likely to work. Having plenty of positive energy and enthusiasm about the work you do is what will allow you to adapt and be flexible in a competitive market. To keep a positive mindset, it's essential to have open dialogue, discuss ideas, articulate a clear vision, and address any concerns that members of your team may have. Problem number 2 is identifying a problem worth solving. The foundation of any successful startup lies in identifying a genuine problem or unmet need in the market. It can be beneficial to conduct thorough market research, interact with potential customers, analyze industry trends, to gain a deep awareness and understanding of where you can add value with your product or service. Conducting prior keyword analysis through tools like Google's Keyword Planner can provide you with an estimate of demand for certain products or services. You can also contact potential customers who might be interested in the product and pitch it to them to gather important feedback and get a better feel for the market. And by focusing on solving a clear, identifiable need in the market, you will increase your chances of creating a product that customers are willing to pay for, and in this way you can also alleviate doubts or concerns that might exist for you by knowing with some certainty that this is a product with which people are willing to pay for. So point 3 is keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate your initial product. Refrain from working towards an overcomplicated initial release. You should focus on a simple idea initially, which is relatively easy to implement, something which can be defined as a set of clear and achievable goals that can lead fairly quickly to what's called an MVP, or minimum viable product. These goals should be fairly easy to estimate, and you should be confident about the time frame in which you have to create that first release of the product. Many startups fail because they try to add too many complex features in one go. Trying to do too many things at once is a recipe for disaster. So try to keep your initial concept as simple as possible and focus on being quick to market. You don't want to be the company which has a lot of great ideas but ran out of capital too soon and failed. A recent example of this was a startup called Kite, and this was an AI-based coding assistant which did attract a lot of initial funding but failed to deliver a viable product to market before that funding ran out. And this is a quote from the founder. "We failed to deliver our vision of AI-assisted programming because we were 10 plus years too early to market, i.e. the tech is not ready yet." So success in business, it's a lot about having a solid, predictable vision for the product. One that starts simple, is based on clearly defined goals, and having a clear path to making a product people are willing to pay for. This initial release should have a further development plan for feature expansion, leading to a more polished, unique, desirable product. So it's a very good idea to create a plan for feature delivery that stretches out years into the future, and importantly, it has priorities and timescales assigned to each planned feature. If you are unable to estimate with a high degree of accuracy how long it will take for delivery on your initial key features, then you are operating with too much uncertainty, and that lack of knowing where your business is going is very detrimental to your chances of success. And point 4 is to be agile, adopt an agile methodology. Now, agile methodologies, it's a project management approach that prioritizes cross-functional collaboration and continuous improvement. It divides products into smaller phases and guides teams through cycles of planning, execution, and evaluation. Now, adopting agile methodologies is extremely important for a startup because there really isn't time and resources to develop projects according to traditional waterfall type methodologies. whereby a detailed specification is written and it's stuck with to the end, and all features are finished before release of the project. With waterfall, there isn't a lot of feedback happening, and there isn't an opportunity to test what works and what doesn't. Now, with Agile, the focus is on achieving high levels of customer satisfaction. It's through early and continuous delivery of features. The primary focus is to deliver working software that meets customers' needs and provides value as early as possible in the development process. Here are some of the basic principles of Agile development. And number one is embrace changing requirements. Agile development recognizes that requirements and priorities can change throughout the project. It emphasizes flexibility and encourages adapting to changes in a way that benefits the customer. Number two, frequent delivery of working software. Agile promotes regular and frequent delivery of new features, and this allows for rapid feedback, early validation and testing, and the opportunity to make adjustments based on real-world usage. Another point is collaboration between stakeholders and developers. Agile methodologies emphasizes strong collaboration and communication between the development team and business stakeholders. This collaboration ensures that everyone is aligned on goals, requirements, and expectations. Point number four, building projects around motivated individuals. Agile recognizes that motivated individuals are key to success. It encourages empowering and trusting the development team to make decisions, take ownership, and deliver high-quality results. Point number five is face-to-face communication. Now, Agile values this as the most effective way of conveying information and building understanding among team members. So if you're working remotely, then you should really make an effort to conduct regular face-to-face contact online using tools like Slack or Teams. Working software as a primary measure of progress. This is point number six. Agile emphasizes delivering tangible results. So that's working software as a primary measurement of your progress. So you're not waiting till the end. You're enabling stakeholders to evaluate the team's productivity and the software's quality as early as possible and frequently. Point number seven, sustainable development pace. This is a pace of work that allows the team to maintain consistent and healthy levels of productivity, which prevents burnout and ensures long-term success. Point number eight, simplicity. Agile emphasizes the value of simplicity. It encourages the team to find the simplest solutions that avoid unnecessary complexity that could hinder progress and increase future maintenance efforts. Self-organizing team members, that's point number 9. Teams that should have autonomy to make decisions and determine the best way to accomplish their work. This fosters creativity, innovation, and a sense of ownership among team members. And point number 10 is regular reflections and adaptation as a part of the development process. So you want to create a culture of continuous improvement. The team should reflect on their processes, outcomes, and interactions to always identify areas for improvement. A continuous feedback loop cycle that exists within the actual development team. Adaptations based on feedback and lessons learned are essential for achieving better results over time. Point 5 is obtaining feedback. Now, obtaining feedback early and often is absolutely vital to the success of any startup, because we all only have a limited capacity to anticipate how a product we create can be perceived by others. Feedback-driven development is always the optimum way to progress with a product. Now, there are various ways to obtain feedback. One of them is customer surveys. You can create online customer surveys to collect feedback from your customers. You can ask targeted questions about their experience with your product or service. You can look at areas for improvement and suggestions for new features. Another way to obtain feedback is user testing. Conduct user testing sessions where you observe individuals using your product or service. This can help you identify usability issues and gather direct feedback from potential customers. Another way is feedback forms. Feedback forms, you can put these on your website or your app to allow users to provide feedback easily. It's a good idea to include open-ended questions to encourage more detailed responses. Another way to obtain feedback is customer support interactions. Pay close attention to the feedback received through customer support channels such as emails, live chats, or phone calls. Support interactions can provide valuable insights into customer pain points and areas where your startup can improve. Another way to obtain feedback is something that's called beta testing. So this is where before you launch a new product or feature, you conduct beta testing with a selected group of users who will test the product and then give you feedback from that. Another way is focus groups. Focus groups, you gather a group of prospective potential customers, and you can put them together in a meeting room and show them the product. And these sessions, they allow for detailed discussions, insights into user preferences, needs, and expectations. And another way to gain feedback is through analytics and metrics. There's various analytics tools available, like Google Analytics and CRO tools. You can use these to track user behavior, such as website traffic, click-through rates, conversion rates, and user engagement. Analyzing these metrics to identify areas where users may be experiencing difficulties or drop-offs can be very useful. Another source of feedback is industry experts. This is where you seek feedback from experienced, established professionals in the field, the market that you're going to be operating in, and they can provide very valuable insights and guidance based on their own expertise and knowledge. The sixth point is prioritization. It's vital to prioritize, and yet is such an often overlooked part of any business. Ideally, every task you work on should have a priority, and you should be breaking tasks down based upon prioritization levels. So here's some tips on how to prioritize. Number one, set clear goals. Clearly define your short-term and long-term goals. This will help you identify the most critical tasks that align with your overall objectives. Number two, say no when necessary. Recognize the importance of saying no to requirements. Scope creep and feature creep is a major source of project failure. Point three, identify urgent and important tasks. Use frameworks like the Eisenhower matrix, which categorizes tasks based on their urgency and importance. Focus on tasks that are both urgent and important first, as they require immediate attention. Point three, evaluate potential impact. Assess the potential impact of each task or project. Consider factors like revenue generation, customer satisfaction, market reach, or operational efficiency, and prioritize tasks which have a high impact on your startup's growth and success. Point four, consider dependencies. Determine if any tasks are dependent on others. Prioritize tasks that unblock other critical activities or enable other team members to move forward. So avoiding blockers, this is a key point to success. Number five, time and resource constraints. Consider the time and resource required for each task. Balance the urgency and importance with the available resources. Sometimes it may be more efficient to tackle smaller tasks that can be completed quickly, and this may free up time for more significant projects. And point six is seek input from team members. Involve your team in a prioritization process. They may be able to offer valuable insights or potential challenges that can influence your prioritization decisions. Point number seven is belief. Foster an atmosphere of positivity and belief in your organization. Belief is really the oxygen of success. This is a quote from Napoleon Hill. What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So increasing belief and positivity in a startup environment is of massive importance. Success in business is all about having the right mindset. So here are some tips on how to create a culture of belief and positivity for your organization. Number one is clarify the vision. Clearly communicate the startup's vision, mission, and goals to all team members. When everyone understands the purpose and direction, it helps instill a sense of belief in the team's collective efforts. Celebrate small wins. Recognize and celebrate even the smallest achievements and milestones. Regularly acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of team members, which can boost morale and reinforce a positive mindset. You want to also encourage open communication. Foster a culture of open communication where team members feel comfortable sharing ideas, concerns, and feedback. Encourage constructive dialogue, active listening, and a supportive environment for everyone to express their opinions. Provide opportunities for growth. Offer learning and development opportunities for team members to enhance their skills and knowledge. All of this creates further positivity and belief in the forward progress of the company as a whole. Supporting personal and professional growth fosters a sense of belief in their potential and increases positivity within the team. The next point is foster a supportive environment. Create a supportive and inclusive working environment where team members feel valued, respected and empowered. Encourage collaboration, teamwork and mutual support to strengthen belief in the collective ability of the team. Lead by example. As a leader or founder, demonstrate a positive attitude, resilience and belief in the startup's mission. Show enthusiasm, optimism and determination, as your behaviour really can influence the overall mindset and belief of the team. The next point is set realistic goals. Establish challenging yet attainable goals for the startup and individual team members. Breaking larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks really helps build confidence and belief as milestones are achieved and ticked off along the way, and there's a sense of progress, positivity. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Okay, the idea that there's no such thing as failure, only learning. So encourage a growth mindset and view failures or setbacks as valuable learning experiences, and help team members understand that setbacks are a natural part of the entrepreneurial journey, and that can lead to growth and improvement. Create a positive work environment. Pay attention to the physical workspace, employee well-being and work-life balance. A nice, pleasant environment to work in, along with policies that prioritise work-life balance. These can contribute to a positive atmosphere and increase the belief. Fostering a culture of gratitude as well is very important. Encourage gratitude and appreciation within the team. Regularly express your thanks, recognise the contributions of team members. Consider implementing rituals such as gratitude circles or recognition programs to cultivate a positive and appreciative culture. So in conclusion, creating a startup, it's a very challenging endeavour, but by following these essential guidelines, you can increase your chances of building a successful, thriving business. Remember to stay focused, adapt to changes, and continuously learn from both successes and failures. Building a successful startup requires perseverance, resilience, and a strong belief in your vision. And by combining these qualities with a well-thought-out strategy, a solid team, and relentless execution, you can set yourself on a path to entrepreneurial success.